What it blue YouTube, Cnootee600 here, back with another video, and today I'm going to be reacting to 15 most unusual couples proving that love is blind. Now, listen, I don't know what we about to see here, but looking at the thumbnail, it was some crazy ass shit. Now, what I am going to tell y'all is, listen, love is love. You can love whoever you want to love. But if they're underage, I don't give a fuck if they hit you with the age. It's nothing but a number. No. If you don't want underage and they overage, no. Because even if it's no, just no. Don't do it. I don't want to see nobody. No, just don't do it. No. But let's get right into it.
Is a beautiful thing, isn't it? There's nothing like it. It doesn't matter who you are, what you look like, or whether you're a fan of dumpster diving, you can fall in love. Today we're proving that by highlighting the more unexpected relationships in the world, who are, what you look like, or whether you're a fan of dumpster diving, you can fall in love. Today we're...
What the oh my, no! And look at his eye. Why he got one yellow? What color is that? This nigga got two different eyes, bro. Oh, hell. I mean, she cool. She cool. Listen. This is normal. The woman is normal. But that's, just without the tattoos, but like the eye color and shit. Like, oh my God, girl. What the fuck is going on, bro? Like, you good? You good? Like, bro.
Proving that by highlighting
love
the
is
more
love.
unexpected relationships in the world,
the moment I met Nick, I was looking for other things.
and celebrating love in all its forms, from a bodybuilder romance to a 52-year age gap. Let's meet the 15 most unusual couples proving that love is blind.
Now listen, like I said, love is love, whatever it is. I don't listen. I don't disrespect nobody, but the age is the only thing, because it's like it has to be like you get what I'm saying? Like, it has to, like, you have to draw the line somewhere. So that's all I'm saying, bro.
Number 15. Anton Kraft and China Bell. I think we can all agree that every couple should be free to live without judgment. That includes celebrity couples and relationships that include bodybuilders. And believe me, the bodybuilder relationship category is way bigger than you may be expecting. They couples and relationships that include bodybuilders. And
Hey, listen, listen. I don't got nothing bad to say. All I'm gonna say is, damn. Like, look, listen. If she really built like that, shit, I'll be knocking that shit out the park too, my nigga. Get it how you live, bro. Get it how you live, bro. Shit. She look thick from where I'm sitting at. I'm just saying, bro. I'm just saying, bro.
believe me, the bodybuilder relationship category is way bigger than you may be expecting. They just can't stop. Anton Kraft is a 4.5-foot bodybuilder, but that didn't stop him from finding love with his girlfriend China Bell. China is a transgender woman who stands at a much taller...
No, okay, whoa, shit, oh shit, I don't know if I should upload this, bro. Oh shit, bro. Listen, I swear to God, I did not know that, bro. Nah, bro. No.
A 4.5-foot bodybuilder, but that didn't stop him from finding love with his girlfriend China Bell. China is a transgender woman who stands at a much taller 6'3", leaving many onlookers confused about this surprising height difference. But Anton himself has stated that he has a strict rule of only dating women over a foot taller than him, and it turns out that both of them found true happiness when they fell for one another.
That means I'm short. I'm 4'4".
Which is kind of a miracle, because Anton has claimed that not only is he the only guy in the world to bench press 4 times his own weight, but that he has also technically died 5 times, and fallen out a window, but I'm sure there's a story to that one. Even with many accomplishments to his name, Anton still believes that his greatest achievement is winning China's love. They're a cute couple, but how did he fall out of a window? Before we go on, like this video, smash the subscribe button, and click the notification bell right now, or this centipede will crawl on your face when you're sleeping. It's time for the rare topic. It may be hard to tell from the photo, but this couple has something of an unusual relationship. After first meeting at a fashion show, the pair hit it off right away, becoming an item and arranging photo shoots like this. He likes to be held up or carried like a baby while they're both in their underwear. Who am I to question what true love is or not? But what do you think? Is this an example of two people expressing their love as they see it, or is it just strange? Comment down below with the hashtag #RareTopic and let us know your thoughts on what you just saw. But for now, let's move on.
It's
Number
weird
14.
things than that goes on in relationships.
The world is a weird place. I need you to know this before we dive into the following topic. Sometimes there's no explanation for things that happen, and sometimes it's dead ancestors. In South Africa, a 9-year-old boy married a 61-year-old woman. It's weird. Let's unpack this, thing. In 2013, Sunil Misiayila and Helen Shabangu married for the first time, making him the world's youngest groom at 8. But surprisingly, this was more complicated than what you're assuming. According to both, they were told to marry by their dead ancestors. Sunil's mother claimed in an interview that the wedding is purely symbolic. The pair don't live together and there is no sexual component to this marriage, which in a way describes any marriages, right? Sunil's mother went on to clarify that if the pair hadn't married, something bad would have happened in the family. And don't go thinking that they weren't committed to the wedding.
So they were forced. I don't want to disrespect nobody, anything, but I'm just saying, so they were forced to marry each other by people that's no longer living, or something bad would happen if they don't marry each other. Like, I mean, they're not, so they're married, but they're not really married. But what? I don't know.
Focused on preventing bad things that they renewed their vows. When pressed for comments, Sunil said, "I'm happy that I married Helen, but I will go to school and study hard. When I'm older, I will marry a lady my own age." I guess this is kind of a reverse midlife crisis. Number 13, Jolison Fernandez de Silva and Eva Medeiros. When you live with gigantism, it's kind of inevitable that your relationship will be unusual. You're naturally bigger than everybody. It's always going to be different, but everybody is deserving of love, and Jolison Fernandez de Silva finally found it. Silva is a Brazilian man who measures an impressive 7'8", but that hasn't stopped him from finding love. After meeting Eva Medeiros on Facebook, Silva finally found his dream romance, even with their unique height difference. Eva stands around 5 feet tall, making the height difference around the size of a 2.5-year-old child. But while others may find it kinda strange to see these very differently sized humans together, they have found true love, which only makes it more heartbreaking to know that Jolison's condition may well have made him infertile. Despite his best efforts, it's unlikely that anything can be done to reverse this unfortunate situation. But Jolison continues to try. Clearly, Eva and Jolison are truly in love and determined to expand their family for the better. While the situation may not look all that sunny and positive, there's always a chance things could turn around, and with Jolison's determination, I put my money on the big man. Number 12. Kyle J.
Wait. I just wanted to say, man, that nigga is tall, bro. Like, God damn. But I wouldn't want to drive no small ass car, bro. Like, just think about how uncomfortable it is. And like, oh hell no, bro.
And Marjorie McCool. You don't forget a name like Marjorie McCool. And you forget it even less when you discover why she's so famous online. Marjorie McCool is the 91-year-old woman who went viral after discussing her, sex life with her toy boy lover on British daytime television. In 2009, Marjorie McCool wandered into a bookstore and changed her life forever. After meeting the then 26-year-old employee, Kyle Jones, Marjorie took an immediate liking to the young man, who asked for her phone number. Before long, they were an item, and to quote Kyle, their relationship was very physical.
I amaze myself, he amazes me. And I like it.
Love is blind, guys. It was later revealed that Kyle was also dating 3 other women between the ages of 60 and 80, something that Marjorie didn't mind because, in her words, he keeps coming back to me and tells me I'm the best. Sounds like a solid and healthy relationship to me. Marjorie died in 2016, but...
So basically what he was telling her, she got that WAP. It doesn't matter about her age, she has that WAP. That's what he was telling her. She has that WAP. Now, listen, you didn't hear it from me because honestly, well, I'm not going to say that. Listen, I'm not going to say that. But, I mean, hey, if she got that WAP, I mean, listen, you'll be surprised who got that WAP. She might be old, but it don't mean her WAP is old. That's all I'm saying.
The pair were together to the very end, and contrary to some people's
rest in
beliefs,
peace, man. Rest
Kyle
in
was
peace.
never in it for the money, because as Marjorie so deftly confirmed on national TV, she had no riches or inheritance hidden away. This was all built on love. And if what they're saying is correct, it was, very physical. Number 11. Anastasia Rescos and Quentin Dehar. Some people love toys so much that
Interesting
they'll
couple.
spend hundreds of thousands of dollars to look like them. Obviously, nobody is paying to look like a Lego yet, but we do have a Barbie and Ken. Meet Anastasia Rescos and Quentin Dehar, the real-life Barbie and Ken. Apparently.
Next.
Lord.
Donc après, ça se trouve que trop de cachet, elle m'a oublié quoi, elle a dormi entre temps.
Oh, shit.
After receiving what she described as a good education, Anastasia realized she wanted to become Barbie at just 15. Many years later, at a 2013 party in Saint-Tropez, she met Quentin, and the pair struck up an unusual bond over their shared love of Ken and Barbie dolls. Before long, they were making plans to transform themselves into the dolls, which is a bizarre Twilight Zone sentence. The couple have since spent almost $300,000 on plastic surgery to make themselves look like these iconic pieces of plastic. Look, if you're here for an explanation about this, you're not gonna get one. The transformation is far from over, with more surgery on the horizon for both Ken and Barbie. So it would seem that there truly is no bridge too far in this case. Life in plastic, it apparently is fantastic.
Hell no.
Number 10. Gabriella and Victor Peralta. How many tattoos are
Here
too
we
many
go.
tattoos? If you ask someone who really likes tattoos, the answer is probably going to be shut up and go away. Or at least that's probably what you'd hear from Gabriella and Victor Peralta, although I imagine they'd be much nicer about it. The Peraltas are famous for more than just their love. According to the Guinness World Record, they're the most modified marriage couple in the world.
Pero eso no es verdad, porque hoy en día ya superamos las 98.
Between them, they have 77 body modifications, including 50 piercings, 11 body implants, 5 dental implants, and 1 forked tongue, to name but a few. And that's before we even get into the tattoos. Victor has around 90% of his body fully tatted, while Gabriella is slowly catching up with 65%. Together, however, pretty much all of their body has been modified in some form or another, making them a very unique and unforgettable couple. Of course, their love for one another is obviously more important than their unique body art, and it seems that, yes, they truly do love one another. They just also really enjoy turning their bodies into a canvas of ink, piercings, and the occasional implant. Now that's romance. Number 9.
Shit, what is it? Is that a
Molly
donkey?
and Sean Jennings.
That's a donkey?
Their bodies into a canvas of ink,
Donkey!
piercings, and the occasional implant.
Donkey!
Romance. Number 9. Molly and Sean Jennings. Maybe you've heard of it, or maybe it's new to you, but Mixed weight relationships is now a label social media is using, apparently. Although isn't every relationship a mixed weight relationship in some form? In the case of Amali and Sean Jennings, that weight difference may be a little more significant. But their love is no different from any other. When they first met online, the pair immediately struck up a quick friendship, but it wasn't until a year later that they had finally met in person, and quickly found themselves falling for one another. Almost 10 years later, they finally married, but their love was not without complications. For one, Sean's father was not especially supportive of the relationship, eventually forcing the pair to cut off all contact with him. And while society at large seems to have a lot to say about their relationship, they don't care, because they love one another. Despite their difference in weight, neither Amali nor Sean view one another as anything other than their true love.
That's what it's all about.
Fat stomach and stuff like that. I mean, maybe in my head before we met.
What other people deem acceptable or not isn't their problem. They love one another, and theirs is the only opinion that matters. Can't disagree with that one.
Yep.
Number 8.
I like that.
Richard Gere and Alejandra Silva. Okay, this one really depends on what you consider to be unusual, but to some, Richard Gere and Alejandra Silva's relationship is certainly something they didn't expect to see. Perhaps it's because they thought Pretty Woman was a documentary? I have no idea. What can I say? I'm ignorant to other people's thoughts. Alejandra Silva is the daughter of Ignacio Silva, perhaps most well known for being the Real Madrid Football Club's former vice president. As you'll all know, Richard Gere is the star of classic movies like Pretty Woman, Chicago, and Movie 43. Together, they are just an ordinary married couple with a 33-year age gap. Is that strange?
I mean, like, I feel like in today's world, nah, it's normal. I mean, it's a lot of 30, 40, 50-year age differences. Especially when it comes to older men. A lot of older men like younger women, especially like if they like look like models and shit like that. Like, you'll usually see an older man with a younger woman than a older woman with a younger man. Now, an older woman would get a younger man, and that's mainly, you know, she want her wop beat up. Let's just keep it 100. She want her wop beat up. Now, when it's an older man who want a younger woman, that's usually more common. It's just, I don't know why. Maybe when I get that age, I'll see why. But I don't know why. Me, honestly, I'd rather grow old with someone than be old and have them like not old, because then I'm gonna have to worry about what they doing. I'm just saying, you know.
I'm not here to make judgments on things like that, but I will add this. Gere was a longtime family friend of the Silva family, so this was clearly something that had been a long time coming, and perhaps most amazingly, even with Gere in his early 70s, they're still having children. That's the power of Buddhism for ya. Whether or not you think this relationship is unusual is all up to you, but clearly they're very much in love and can...
So he having kids at 70? Oh God, I mean, okay.
Need to do a lot of activism work, focusing on underprivileged children. This actually sounds better than Pretty Woman, honestly. Number 7.
She is beautiful, though.
Ben Brown and Jenna Bentley. Alright, well, if you were okay with the age gap a moment ago, this one may test you a little and for entirely superficial reasons. The relationship between Ben Brown and Jenna Bentley is unusual because, well, there are just a lot of questions about all of it. You don't need to be a genius to figure out that Jenna Bentley is a model. Specifically, she became known after posing for, shall we say, adult magazines like Playboy and Maxim. Maybe that's how she came to the attention of Ben Brown, a wealthy businessman who is not a model. Much has been made about the unusual relationship of the many paparazzi shots of them making out on beaches. In fact, some people continue to claim that Bentley is a gold digger. We're not willing to wade into that, and Bentley herself likes to keep her affairs private. Making out on a public beach with paparazzi present private. If you give them the benefit of the doubt and assume that, yes, they actually do love one another, then this is just more evidence that love really is blind. If, on the other hand, you suspect love is spelled with a few zeros and a $sign. Good for her. Number 6.
But didn't I just say that? Usually it's the older man that has a younger woman that's like a model or something, and the older man is usually a nigga that got some money. That's just usually what you see. Like you usually see an older nigga with a younger woman that's usually like a model or something, and a nigga is usually got some type of money behind them, bro. It's coming. It's coming.
Amanda Rogers and Sheba. I'll be honest with ya, I don't really know how to set this one up. I'll just come out and say it, I guess. A woman married her dog. Yep, my first instinct was to say she's barking up the wrong tree, but her wife's the one doing the...
Wait.
I'll be honest with ya, I don't really know how to set this one up. I'll just come out and say it, I guess. A woman married her dog. Yep, my first...
Okay.
instinct was to say she's barking up the wrong tree, but her wife's the one doing the barking now. In 1991, Amanda Rogers married a human man, only to find the relationship crumbling within a matter of months. Divorced in less than a year, Amanda assumed things would be better next time. 20 years later, the now 47-year-old Amanda concluded that men just weren't worth the trouble. So she did what any self-respecting middle-aged divorcee would. She got down on one knee and proposed to her dog.
Yes. Wow. And then I also want someone that's sort of...
According to Amanda, she knew that Sheba said yes because her tail was wagging. That's not even a joke, that's a direct quote from the interview. In Croatia, Amanda and Sheba married in front of 200 people in what has to have been the wedding of the century. Apparently nobody objected to the wedding at all, which really just makes you wonder what the heck kind of family this is. I bet $50 that someone in the family is engaged to an egg. Number 5. Uganda's...
Listen, cuz I don't got nothing to say about that. I mean, listen. I would say you have to be lonely to marry. But I mean, listen. It makes sense because a lot of people love their dogs. A lot of people love their cats. A lot of people love their animals. So, I mean, people love their animals so much. Like, you will be surprised how much people love their animals. So, but, well, I mean, or in her case, how much people love their husband or wife. I mean, but for you to say that you knew your dog say yes by wagging his tail, I mean...
Ugliest man and his wife. Who needs people's sexiest man alive when you can have Uganda's ugliest man? Godfrey Bagma has the unfortunate honor of being nicknamed Uganda's ugliest man because he won a contest to be named Uganda's ugliest man. Seriously, guys, how am I supposed to make jokes about this stuff anymore? Yeah. In 2002, Bagma entered the contest in order to earn some money for his family, which is actually a very honorable thing to do, and he definitely had the last laugh. Despite suffering from a rare facial disorder, Bagma's victory made him something of a celebrity throughout the country. And you know what that means. The ladies came calling. After 2 divorces, Bagma married his 3rd wife, and the photos say it all. These two are so happy to be around one another, and they don't care about who knows it. Despite being known as Uganda's ugliest man, he's certainly the most productive. In all, Bagma has 7 children, with more likely on the way. So it seems that entering that contest may actually...
That nigga don't give a fuck how ugly people say he is. That nigga get bitches. I'm just saying, he get them. Whoo, shit. Nigga get more than me. Listen, all respect to bro though, man. Listen, I don't like that title, ugliest man. But listen, if it works for him, hey, it works for me.
put his life onto a very rewarding path. I guess if you're going to be called the ugliest man in the country, you better get something for it. Number 4. Susan and Philip Iling. In 2012, Philip Iling published his first book, titled Life is What You Make It. In that book, Philip tells the story of his life as a young man dealing with muscular dystrophy. On page 74, he predicts that someone will someday love him wholeheartedly, and guess what happens next? In 2015, Susan Jogu moved to Adelaide, Australia, from Kenya, for her college studies. 2 years later, after getting her diploma, Susan arrived for a job interview at the company Philip worked for. Because her studies saw her working primarily with disabled people, Susan was totally unbothered by Philip's disability. They talked for a while, exchanged details, and later went on their first date. 6 months later, the pair were engaged, with Philip earning her parents' support almost immediately.
Because who he is. Because he is Philip Iling. He loves her back, and
In 2018, they finally tied the knot in Adelaide, and the news went viral, giving hope to many and earning unnecessary hate from others. Despite the hostile reaction from a vocal minority of the social media bubble, Susan and Philip are still together, and their marriage is stronger and happier than ever. To use Susan's own words, "We love each other, and that is what keeps me going every day. And if that isn't love, I don't know what is."
That's beautiful.
Number
That's
3.
beautiful.
Flavio Briatore and Elisabetta Gregorassi. Now we return to another entry in our series of She's With Him. Obviously, the intent is not to shame anyone, but to simply ask the question that we're all desperately wanting answers to. And in this case, I'm not sure there is much of an answer. Flavio Briatore and Elisabetta Gregorassi. Flavio Briatore is a very successful Italian businessman and former Formula One manager, and his then-wife Elisabetta is a star in her own right, having become famous after performing as a dancer on Italian television. While there have been some, shall we say, unflattering stories surrounding Elisabetta, I think it's obvious that this relationship was built on love. Of course it is, but for some reason Elisabetta was labeled a gold digger almost immediately after marrying this fine specimen of a man. The pair have a child together, meaning this was much more than just a relationship built on money. But eventually the marriage tragically ended in divorce. At least Briatore is a good father to their child. Sure, he's absent in the life of his other child from a previous marriage, but I'm sure that he's doing a great job now. Number 2. Vicky and Valerie and Alina and Joe. Far be it from me to offer marriage advice. After all, I'm a voiceover artiste and not a therapist. But this is weird, man. The Dargers are a very
Damn. 1, that's like, okay. 2, that's like, you know what they say about them threesome relationships. But 3, impressive. I can't say I'm mad at it, though. I mean, you got one for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. All you need one for is Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I'm just saying. No, but
family, that is to say, and it's fair to say because 3 of them are biologically related. Told you it was weird, didn't I? Alright, so here's...
Okay, I didn't know that part. What?
Situation in a nutshell.
Oh, man, I know the parents are just... Oh, hell no. What the fuck?
This is a 4-way polygamous marriage between twin sisters Vicky and Valerie, and their cousin Alina and some random guy named Joe. Also, they have 24 kids. Doesn't that...
What? So you trying to sit here and tell me that this man right here is in a relationship with 2 twin sisters, their cousin, and have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Oh, hell no, bro. What? Okay, this is the last one, ain't it? What the fuck?
A polygamous marriage between twin sisters Vicky and Valerie, and their cousin Alina and some random guy named Joe. Also, they have 24 kids. Doesn't that sound like some really weird sitcom? This is real, man. The Dargers are fundamentalist Mormons from Salt Lake City, and absolutely none of them think there is anything strange about their situation whatsoever. In fact, when they were questioned on it, Vicky said, and this is a real quote, "There is a good chance if a husband is compatible with one sister, he'll be well matched with another."
What? I mean, you will never hear us say that jealousies don't happen. They do, but we...
Well, I guess that told me. Apparently each wife has her own bedroom, and Joe just kinda alternates based on who he likes that night. Sounds like a healthy way to keep the marriage going, doesn't it?
What?
Brings a new meaning to, did you sleep with my sister last night? Number 1.
Oh my god, if that's not number one, I don't want to know what this one is, man. I don't want to know, bro. I really don't want to know, bro. What the fuck? I really thought it was just like, you know, you see people like, sometimes it's just a couple, and then sometimes you had a third person. A third person in a relationship now is normal. 3, that's kind of not normal yet, but I feel like eventually it'll get normal. So I'm thinking like, okay, you know, it's not really that weird, but for them to be twin sisters, and then for the third woman to be their cousin, and then for them to have 24 kids, oh shit!
Voichi
God
and Kane
damn.
Miyahara. Nick Voichi is an incredible man and should be an inspiration to absolutely everybody. If you don't know him, Nick is a man who was born with no arms or legs, and he has done some incredible things despite his situation. One of them, getting married. Nick often says he never thought he'd have a wife because of his condition, but when he met Kane, that all changed. They first met when Nick was giving a motivational talk in Texas.
The moment I met Nick, I was looking for other things.
And if you ask Nick, it was love at first sight.
That's
Nick
beautiful.
gave Kane his email address to stay in touch, but she politely denied it and decided to get his details from the person who invited her to the talk. Despite that little obstacle, the pair soon found one another, and thank goodness they did. A few years later, they married. Today, Nick and Kane have 4 children, boys
beautiful.
Kiyoshi James and Dejan Levi, and identical twin daughters in Olivia May and Ellie Laurel. And if Nick didn't think he would ever get married, I think it's safe to bet he never thought he'd have 4 great kids. Seems like everything
That's
lined up
beautiful.
for them as it should. Which of these loved-up couples do you think is the most unusual, and which is the most inspiring?
I feel like number 1 is the most inspiring. I mean, because for him to know that he'd never be able to hold his kids, I bet you he still loved them the same, and I bet you that still don't take away from the love he has to them. That's amazing. Number 2, that's definitely the most unusual. I mean, we've seen some odd couples, but listen, all of those couples are like somewhat, in their heads, it's like normal. Number 2, I don't care how you put that. I don't care how you put it. It's not normal. It's not normal. Like, you have to tell your kids that y'all had together. Okay, so if you're the first twin, you have to tell your kids that this is your brother and sister and this is your cousin. And then you have to tell your kids that your cousin kids is your cousins too, but they're your brothers and sisters. Y'all all have the same dad, but y'all have different moms who's related to each other. One mom is my sister, and then one mom is my cousin. Talk about keeping it in the family. What the fuck? Oh my god. I really want to know why. I just want to know why. But anyways, that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. Y'all let me know down below which one y'all think is the most unusual. Listen, if none of y'all say 2, bro, I don't care. I don't care. That's my sister in them. Hey! See it work. But anyways, that's gonna wrap up today's video. Like I said, and like I always say, I'll be back when I'll be back. Y'all gonna see me when y'all see me, cause I ain't going nowhere.